Hi guys, Ben here. Yes, I'm still alive despite my month of absence of video making, but yeah, it's been a while. Work's got in the way, and you know it is busy over the weekend. You know, I've been meaning to make a video for a couple of weeks now, but yeah, every time I've had a bit of free time, it's been consumed. You know, one way or the other. You know, going to the pub over the weekend, that kind of stuff. You know how it is. But yeah, I thought I'd do a video on sort of recent pickups. But yeah, in the last sort of month since my last, what was it? Yeah, month since my Record Store Day collection video, I've accumulated a few albums, picked up CDs, a few of them are stuff I've been meaning to pick up for a while, sort of reissues and stuff like that. Yeah, some old school sort of prog metal and that kind of stuff, but yeah, I thought start off a video with that. Right, the first one I think is from 1993. It's a reissue of Paul's Dragline. Fantastic album, sort of elements of Helmet in here, you know, very grungy, very Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, but with more sort of a low budget dog-eared sort of sound. So yeah, this is the 2015 reissue. It's got the bonus tracks, it's got Jesse, acoustic version, a couple of other songs, which I think really should have been on the album. You know, they're really good sort of like acoustic-y sort of tracks. But yeah, anyone that's a fan of sort of Pearl Jam, Nirvana, early Kyuss maybe, sort of groove based, you know, grungy, that alt rock 90s sort of sound, you know, elements of riffs that sound like Helmet could have written them, you know, with Soundgarden type lyrics, you know, fantastic songs. If anyone wants to get this band, I recommend checking out the track Jesse. Probably the most, you know, sort of evocative, sort of emotional song written about a dog ever, really. You know, it sounds like something Helmet would write, you know, the riff in fact sounds like unsung, but you know, yeah, fantastic catchy sort of 90s alt rock, fantastically underrated album. But yeah, it's one of those albums that you can't really imagine being made in any other sort of decade, really. So yeah, worth checking out if you're a fan of early 90s rock and metal. Another sort of blast from the past, really, sort of classic album that I've listened to for the last sort of 5 years. I listened to it quite a bit. I'm not really particularly a massive fan of this band, but this album I think, you know, just a mind-blowing Cold Stone classic, really. And that is Tiamat, I don't know how to pronounce it, Wild Honey. I think they're a Swedish progressive metal band. This is sort of a cult classic album from 1994. This is the 2016 reissue, which I was going to get on vinyl, but I wasn't particularly too fussed about paying the extra £10 for it on vinyl. I thought I think the CD was about £7 on brand new from this company I buy from, based in England, small sort of record shop, I think, off eBay. But yeah, it comes with I think the Gaia EP. Yeah, bonus tracks taken from the Gaia EP. So it's got I don't know, like another 5 tracks on there. It's got a Pink Floyd cover on there as well. It's really good, you know, for a progressive doomy sort of doom-laden metal band. And the sort of video edits, yeah, and another long remix version of a song, which I think was on the EP. But yeah, it's worth it just for the main album alone, Wild Honey. Fantastic album. You know, anyone's into your sort of early 90s sort of Swedish progressive, you know, doom metal. You know, it's up there in my opinion with Paradise Lost, Draconian Times. You know, it's from that era. A lot of the stuff Dan Stefano was doing, you know, Theatre of Tragedy or Hate or whatever it's called, that kind of stuff. Anyone that's a fan of this sound is going to appreciate this album, you know. Fantastic doom rain lifts, you know, catchy choruses chucked in there, here and there, you know, fantastic guitar solos, proggy, clean, you know, post metal type riffs. But yeah, definitely want to have in your collection. I was humming and ahhing about this because I was quite a big fan of their last album, despite not really being a massive fan of the sort of gent record genre. It gets a bit too repetitive for my liking. Any band that can really pull it off, you know, Sugar and they're sort of the pioneers of it. Everyone else just sort of sounds a bit, you know, trying to do the most obscure riff possible but sounding the same. But yeah, I sort of this caught my eye in HMV, and it's sort of the double disc gatefold for Tesseract Sonder. It comes with a sort of binaural 360-degree. Oh, there we go. Remix of the album as well, which is sort of the main reason I bought it, really, just for sort of because I'm a bit of an audiophile. But yeah, quite a good record. Not amazing. It's just sort of exactly the same as Polaris, really, the last album. But if you're a fan of sort of gent metal and you want something a bit heavier or something to whack on, when you're not quite so absorbed in it, you want to play it loud in your bedroom midday sort of thing over the weekend. Great technical progressive metal, really. Another progressive metal album. I was quite a bit surprised by this. I wasn't blown away by it, but it wasn't shit either. Probably not as good as his last two albums. Probably not as experimental, but it's the new Isan album. Emir, A-M-R, however you pronounce it. Camera's a bit shit. Life's a bit shit in this room at the moment. But yeah, again, it's another sort of one of those gatefold digipack things. But yeah, really good album. Just it's more straight up sort of progressive metal. Really, there's less sort of saxophone and stuff like that. The drum production's a bit flat sounding at times, but some great catchy sort of progressive metal. Some of the riffs on here will blow your mind. I think the guitar playing is what sort of made it for me. It's got a bonus poem by Edgar Allan Poe as well at the end. They sort of done a metal interlude type thing. So yeah, anyone that's a fan of Isan's going to love this. The guitar playing is shit, or as hot as it's ever been. Not quite as experimental, but more straight up sort of doomy, fresher sort of metal. Yeah, great album, and one of my favourites this year. Again, I'm not really a massive fan of this band. I like them, but they're more of a sort of casual listen, I suppose. Sort of definitely got to go out and get that. For a band that don't really release a lot of material, I've always been more of a fan of Tool, really. It's just been more my cup of tea. And this band's been more of a singles band, apart from 13 Steps, which I really liked. But that's the new Perfect Circle. It took me a couple of listens to get into. I was sort of blown away by the track Disillusioned, which they released. I thought, well, the production value on this is astounding, and I was really getting into it. There's a lot more of a dreamy post-rocky sort of tone going on. It's not as sort of chuggy, fresher riffs they might have chucked in on their first albums. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. My only issue is it does go on a bit, and there's maybe one or two tracks that could have been dropped maybe. But yeah, check out the tracks Disillusion, Thanks for All the Fish. I think it's called track 4, but yeah, it's one of the singles. And Get the Lead Out. Fantastic sort of epic post-rock, really. I'd still much rather have the new Tool album in my hand, but that's probably never going to happen, not this decade anyway. But yeah, it's nice to see that James Leonard King is still keeping himself busy with quality music, because this is definitely one of my favourite albums this year. Good progressive sort of poppy experimental rock, really. With great delayed, heavy reverberated guitar riffs. Very echoey, very dreamy. It's a good sort of, but catchy enough you can listen to in the daytime. I've been listening to it in bed reading. Yeah, definitely one worth getting your teeth stuck into. I was quite right. This is my last album that I picked up. I was quite blown away by this. Really, they've never really been a band I've gone, oh, cool, I've really got to go and get their new album. I bought their last two albums because I'm sort of really blown away. But I wasn't too blown away by the last time, but I did enjoy it nonetheless. It was just a bit too experimentally for my liking and not as catchy. But this album, I really do think it's their best so far, and it's the new Amorphis album, Queen of Time. Yeah, I saw this on Amazon for £10 for the digipack. I didn't even realise it was sort of, as you can see, a shiny cover. There's 2 bonus tracks, but I gave it a stream on Spotify twice actually before deciding to make the purchase. And yeah, fantastic album. It's got everything, literally all the best elements of Amorphis on here. Look at that digipack for for £10. You can't really go wrong. But yeah, it's got everything on here. The guitar playing's as epic as ever, shredding guitar riffs, Pink Floyd-y type delayed guitar solos, clean picked, sort of proggy, post-rocky riffs. They've got the catchy elements that were maybe on Circle, like The Wanderer, catchy, fist-shaking sort of lyrics. But they've also got the more expensive, experimental, melody laden sort of elements that run under the Red Cloud. But it's just it's a mismatch of all Amorphis' best albums, really. And if you're looking for some good progressive metal at the moment, it's, in my opinion, the record they have. And I've always been a bigger fan of Opeth and sort of Mastodon, but yeah, this album really has blown out of the water and probably one of my favourite this year. So yeah, if anyone's a fan of progressive, Scandinavian progressive metal, definitely one worth checking out. Right, thank you for watching. That's the last of my pickups this sort of month. There's a few things coming out next month that I'm looking forward to. The new Ghost tracks have dropped. Really big fan of Rats and Dance Macabre. So yeah, that'll probably be my next video. So yeah, if there's anything you want me to check out, leave a comment, like and subscribe. Now I'll see you soon.